Our officials are ready. Our fighters are ready. Are you ready? No, I said the Jefferson County Fairgrounds. Are you ready? We begin with our first bout of the evening. It is an amateur 170-pound Muay Thai bout, and it is 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, Brandon Taylor.
You've heard Big Mo, he's our ring announcer. My name is J.R. Gordon. I'm joined by Todd Romero here at Sparta 76, Jefferson County Fairgrounds, Golden, Colorado. Thank you for having joined us on our pay-per-view. Got a really fun card this evening. It's going to be 8 fights. We have a couple of Muay Thai fights to start it off, some amateur MMA after that. We're going to finish off with a couple of professional MMA fights, including former UFC fighter, former Glory fighter, where he had some really nice success in his last couple of fights. Mr. Chris Camozzi headlining the card tonight against somebody you and I have called fights for very recently, Todd, Mr. Tony Lopez.
Yeah, absolutely. The main event will be a banger like we saw in the King of Sparta tournament at the 200, actually in the heavyweight division.
Yes, sir.
And Dustin Jacoby, who also has been in the UFC and in Glory, ended up winning that. Tony Lopez felt his wrath. He's back for more. You got to give it to this guy. He gets in the cage, he's ready to roll. But JR, you talked about starting with Muay Thai. I like the fact that what Jeff does is Sparta Combat. Kind of gives you a little bit of everything.
Yes, he does. Makes it a very entertaining evening for the fans. And our second fighter.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Auto Group blue corner, featuring Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, and Nissan on Arapahoe. Please welcome Alix Fisher.
Say the great thing, JR, when you look at the fighters like this that are getting started, we talked about it at the last pay-per-view, there's the tail of the tape. You never know who makes it to that next level, and Jeff Cisneros has put a lot of fighters through.
That is for sure. Checking out that tail of the tape. Taylor, 25, he's younger by 3 years. A little bit of a height advantage of 5'11" versus the 5'9" of Fisher. Of course, they both came in at 170, and a freestyle fighter versus an icy fighter in Alix Fisher. I've never heard that as a fight description.
Does that mean he's cool?
Must mean he's cool. Got ice in the veins.
You know, and Jared, when you look at it, and it took me a while to figure it out, but you've been in the fight game a long time. You know, when you start seeing boxers that get into their 30s and mid-30s, you start thinking it's on the downside. Well, a lot of the MMA champions, as you know, upper 20s, 30s even, because they get matured. They need that cage time.
There's so much to be said for experience. And I'll tell you, that's one of the things I love about calling local fights, is I get to watch the experience happen. These guys putting hand wraps on for the very first time, watching somebody like Chris Camozzi make it to the UFC.
You can always say, I remember when.
I was there then.
And lately you're looking at, you know, Justin Gaethje, the Hurricane, Grant Neal's about ready to make his Bellator debut. And all these guys, one way or another, had touched Sparta Combat League. There's a bunch of them out there.
So much fun.
You know, when they come in, it's every time they come in, every minute you learn something, JR.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Muay Thai bout is brought to you by Saratoga Casino Blackhawk. Let's meet our fighters first. Fighting at the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Thornton, Colorado, representing DCO MMA, Brandon Gummy Bear Taylor.
Gummy Bear.
I like it.
And his opponent, fighting out of Larry H. Miller Auto Group blue corner, featuring Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, and Nissan on Arapahoe, from Saginaw, Michigan, representing Ludwig Martial Arts Academy, Alix Fullclip Fisher.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules earlier. I expect a clean, fair fight. Listen to me at all times and protect yourself at all times. Let's touch gloves and get after it. Back to your corner.
Referee Tom Johnson, the guy that's seen just about everybody that's ever fought in Colorado MMA.
Did I hear him right? Was it Full Clam? Is that it's Gummy Bear was one nickname. Here we go. Begins the night of punchy.
Fisher wearing the blue gloves. Gets off a couple of good headshots against Taylor with the red gloves. Taylor back against Cage, takes a hard knee.
Oh, and a big
that was
overhand
a beautiful right-hand follow-up. He knew he had him stunned with the knee. His hands came down to block the body, and he went upstairs very nicely. That's just smart targeting by Fisher.
Well, sometimes we see fighters feel each other out. Not so much
Not
here.
so much right here. Fisher very light on the front leg, classic Muay Thai. Looking like he's ready to check any leg kicks that might be coming from Taylor.
Fisher more fit as you look at it. I mean, he's a kid that's pretty ripped up right there and shows that power, that quick action, that quick flex muscles.
Yeah, he's been putting his time in the gym. You can see but a couple of big shots there land for Taylor. Fisher takes him well and continues to stalk forward.
Fisher did get one across at a right hook backing up there as well, JR.
Taylor took a hard body shot, A-well, there's a leg kick. Now we're seeing some of the Muay Thai coming in. It's been primarily a hands fighting affair so far.
Well, the one good thing about Taylor, you know that he can take a punch, JR. He's taken a couple of them. Nice chamber with that kick. Got that camber up. He seems like he's getting more comfortable.
About 30 seconds left. Yeah, it could be Taylor. One of those gentlemen that has to get hit a couple of times and has to warm up a little bit before he gets himself in the fight. He's definitely making a much better turn of it now.
I think Fisher got his attention. Nice overhand right there, just a bit short.
Taylor trying to work the body and the head.
Yeah, took one
Good job
against the
mixing
cage.
the level of his punches.
Fisher put the pressure on right away. I thought Taylor got better as the round went on, JR.
Absolutely
as far as
agree.
what he adjusted to and the punishment he was taking.
I agree with that 100%. If I'm in the corner of Brandon Taylor, I'm telling him, keep the momentum building that you had. You were starting to bring yourself into the fight. Go with that. In Fisher's corner, he seemed to lose the distancing just a little bit as that round wore on. See what we get here on the Larry H. Miller replay. Hopefully they'll show us the knockdown. And Fisher just getting off really well with the hands.
Yeah, he had him measured well early.
Yeah, stabs him with the knee, waits for the hands to come down, and then bang, goes upstairs. Beautiful strike selection by Fisher. That just really shows a lot of ring intelligence there.
Yeah, dropped those hands, and it seemed like he took his best shot right there. And if you can take that best shot and survive, then all of a sudden maybe you can shake off a little bit of that rust, but he was better as the round went on. We're talking about Taylor, that is. Fisher, I think that round goes to Fisher because he was busier and he had a couple punches and he got that 8 count.
Yeah, I was going to say there was a knockdown, so absolutely it went Fisher's way. And Taylor just still looks calm, but he looks more fired up, more ready to go.
Right, and he caught him coming
good
in.
Counter.
Really hit Fisher
body.
coming in. Taylor's done a good job, and not a lot of fighters can do this. Strike when they're going backwards.
Yes. Yep, it was that counter shot, his best punch of the fight. Fisher looks like he has his legs back under him, goes for the switch high kick. Blocked by Taylor, but still a powerful technique.
Brandon Taylor's seeing some of those coming now too, JR. He's not getting hit with everything.
Really long, powerful punches being shown by Fisher there. Problem is they're coming just slow enough that Taylor able to get a read on him and stay at a distance.
Taylor going with that left kick and then kind of keeping Fisher from coming in the way he wanted to and rushing. Fisher bulls him up against the cage. Taylor bounces off of it, back into the middle of the ring, overhand right, and then Fisher comes on the attack. There's a kick to the solar plexus.
Nice. We were talking about the distancing and the range fighting of Fisher. That kick at the end of that combination was a really nice selection for the range. That's a couple times we've seen Fisher try to grab a kick and go for the sweep. Didn't get it, but looks like something he's been practicing in the gym.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Taylor weathered that round and coming back here strong, and it seems like he's got a little bit of momentum now.
I agree. And that one counter punch that you landed, you talked about it while he was going backward. Probably the best punch of this round and his best punch of the fight. There's the bell. I have a one-round.
Yeah, so do I, JR. I was just going to say, I think this is going to come down to the final 30 seconds, and Alex Fisher looks like he's in great shape, but he started to get a little bit winded. When you press as hard as he did in the first, you expend what you've got.
And you know something interesting? Taylor, as that round wore on, was starting to smile more and more, having more fun with it, getting into his game, feeling his rhythm. So if he does the classic Ty thing and builds in the third round, just keeps going, could be a nice comeback for Mr. Taylor. And we're checking out things on the Larry H. Miller replay here, and some good back and forth action.
Taylor was able to slip some of those punches coming in that were catching him in that opening round. And I think once he did that, he felt a little more comfortable on what he could do, JR.
Yep. All right, whistle sounds to get the corner men out of there. See how it plays out for the final third round. Here to kick off Sparta 76.
All right, here, touch him up. Third and final round, opening it up with Muay Thai.
Good sportsmanship, I respect you, and then I'm going to try to kick you into unconsciousness.
That's the name of it, isn't it?
Oh, that kick was much faster for Fisher than what he'd shown earlier.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, I think early in this round, for Taylor to be successful, I think he's got to, he takes a
shot.
big left.
Oh, that left hand was huge. How Taylor is still standing,
Wow.
I wonder. Oh my gracious, the chin on Mr. Taylor.
And then he comes back with a straight jab that countered and scored on Fisher. And I was just saying, Taylor needs to keep that momentum over to this third round. You don't have much time.
Agreed. And again, we're seeing Fisher trying to reach, scoop that kick. He wants to get a sweep takedown, but he's going to have to be careful of dropping his hands. If that becomes something that Taylor sees as a habit, he'll fake that kick low, bring it up high.
Well, suffice it to say, I think Taylor's taken the best shot so far, and he's still up. That's a good thing. That's got to give you confidence as you plod forward with about a minute left in this fight.
Some toughness being shown by Mr. Taylor this evening. Yes, indeed.
This fight is so close, JR, that unless Taylor could do something here, that's another big overhand right.
For Fisher. Oh, and a stabbing teep.
But
really nicely done.
You're probably looking at a 10-8 round maybe in that first, and that may be the difference. About 35 seconds left. Right hand as he back forward, and then a couple of them. Scores big.
And again, it was the counter punching, the punching while moving backward of Taylor that had really solid effect.
Boy, these guys are both taking shots because Taylor hit him a couple times as well. Fisher comes back.
Man, when only about 15 seconds left, when Fisher decides to come forward, there is just no stopping him. He is just a train on the tracks. Moving forward, you're going to have a hard time shutting him down. Few seconds left here. This guy's going to flurry it out for us. What a great way to kick off the action here at
Absolutely.
Sparta
Guy
76.
travels from Michigan.
Gentlemen, thank you for that fight. Nicely done. Very nice fight. Checking out things on the Larry H. Miller replay.
Both fighters took a couple of big shots, but you saw Fisher get an early shot in that kind of set the tone for things. But I'll tell you what, aside from that knockdown, JR, this is a pretty even fight. It'll be interesting to hear the scores. I think that first round, probably a 10-8 round.
I think so, and I think probably on if I was scoring it, Fisher probably had a 10-9 round in the last round. I think he landed the more damaging shots, not by much, but just enough to edge it out, I do believe.
Yeah, I agree.
However, what we say, it's all academic, doesn't matter. Got the judges doing their work.
He got back to measuring a little better in that third round too, JR, where Fisher in the second round, he was missing some of the shots that he was connecting with in the first round. Seemed like he got that back in the third.
Agreed.
He's a little hyped up too. Big shots taken in this fight, man, I'm telling you. I mean, Taylor took some
we're not going to doubt the toughness of Taylor at any point, that's for sure.
Waiting on the decision. First of 8 fights tonight, highlighted by Chris Camozzi and Tony Lopez in the main event.
Big Mo has the score sheets. Take it up to him. He'll be the one that lets us know official word.
Big Mo knows. Entertaining fight, that's no doubt there. Let's hear the final on judges' scorecard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the 3 full rounds are completed, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. Judge Abeda scores it 29-28, while judges Mason and judges Van Tynes score it 29-27. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Alix Full Clip Fisher!
Congratulations, Mr. Fisher, making the long drive. Well worth his time. Show his skills on the Sparta combat stage. Hopefully we'll begin to see some more of this young man.
You know, I thought you look at that, JR, and one of the good judges may have had one round is even because he got 29-27, or he scored differently because of the 8 count, or the second round he didn't give it to either fighter. Trying to figure that one out.
I'm back here now with your winner, Alix Fisher. First fight of the night, got the win. How's it feel?
Feels good. Feels good to be here, get in there. Just feels awesome. I love it. I love the energy. I'm about my energy. I'm about this. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate y'all.
You were doing a great job of pressuring forward, landing a bunch of combinations rather than just throwing one strike. What was your game plan going into this fight?
Just to keep going, keep my focus. Just keep putting it on them. I don't know, do my thing. Do my thing, be me. That's what I'm about. That's what I did.
You look great out there. What can we expect next from you?
More work, a different Alix Fisher, a better full clip every time. And you see me express what I got up in here every time. Every fucking time.
And I know you got a big fan base here tonight. Who do you want to thank?
Everybody in my life. I want to thank my sensei, Dwayne Ludwig. He couldn't be here tonight. He's with me in spirit. I love you, sensei. You're a hero to me, inspiration to me, as well as my team, my coaches, Coach PJ, my mom, my girl Camila, everybody, y'all inspire me. I'll do this for you too, not just for me.
Congratulations on a great win. Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.